Good morning. Marmalade, of course, on the JMT. This is day 4 of 8, and had a good night. If it looks a little dark, don't adjust your screens. It's because it's dark. I left at 6:15 this morning. We've been leaving at 7, but we got to camp really early. We did 11 miles by 2:30, and had so much downtime, rest time. I frankly needed it. And I'm sorry for looking down a lot. I got a lot of rocks here. But we camped at mile marker 96.5. Great campsite. A few other people showed up later, but kind of camped far away, so I never got to meet them. But yeah, I had a good day yesterday. It wasn't very hard. Probably the easiest 11 miles I've ever had out here. And I'm doing this intro early because we have a lot of climbing today. We're going to do 10.5 miles. But the first 2 miles are flattish, downhillish, and you go just past the Muir Trail Ranch cutoff to go there if you want to go. We originally kind of packed enough to go to MTR, but we haven't been eating much, so we have enough food to not stop there. It's quite a detour, and then it's not very far miles wise, but when you leave there, you have to do a steep climb to get out of there back on the trail. When you connect the trail, it's still going up on the trail. So we did a vote and just decided to keep going, save that time. It's a rough day today. I think it's gonna be very pretty. So what we're doing is 10.5 miles. We're going to see Sanger Creek, and that's at mile 5.8 for the day. Then go by Sally Keys Lakes, then over Selden Pass. And to this day, Selden Pass, the view from the other side, looking down north as you're going, and which way I'm going, is one of the most beautiful passes I feel there is out here. It's cloudy now. It's supposed to kind of slowly dissipate and break up. We got very lucky, you guys. Super lucky. We found out before we left that last night and this morning was a Arctic lobe. And for you weather people, you know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but it's coming from the north. It's coming down, basically gonna hit the Sierra and then move east. And it was gonna rain a lot, like coming in last night, all night, and then today. And then also be very, very cold and possibly snow in August. So we were bracing ourselves, but yesterday we're going by, and I didn't wanna go by this one ranger station because they ask for your permit every time you go there. But she wanted to, and she wanted to film it. So Wildflower went over there, and thankfully she did, because the guy there, the ranger, told her that we're gonna dismiss it. Like, we're gonna get some clouds, but it's not gonna rain. And sure enough, she even checked her weather on the Garmin last night, and it's just cloudy but no rain. So I think we skirted it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it could sprinkle, but right now it doesn't really look like it. It looks like it's already. I can see some blue sky, so that's great news. It's hard when you have to do the miles because, you know, you can't just sit in the tent and wait for it to wait out sometimes when you have to get the miles in, when you only have so much food. So really thankful that. I told her, I'm not a weather expert, but when we were going over Muir Pass a couple days ago and coming down, we were going north, the wind was at our back and it was blowing exceptionally hard. A lot of places, exceptionally like 40 miles an hour. It was blowing north, which is a weird direction, but I said to her, I wonder if this is gonna, the storm's coming from north, coming south. And I thought, I wonder if that's gonna slow it down or move it or something. Sure enough, it did. So we're gonna have good weather through this whole trip. It's gonna get warmer over the next few days. Tomorrow will be to VVR, which I'll talk about tomorrow, but that's about it. Come along, it's gonna be a really pretty day, especially if it clears up a little bit today. But I don't mind the cloud cover because we've been, like I said last night, we've been in searing sun. Even when the temperature's not hot, it's frying you because it's so intense. The sun's so intense out here. All right, that's it. See you down the trail. Well, guys, I'm about 1 mile from Sinker Creek. I'm making good progress, but you won't believe what's happening. I don't know if you can see it yet. If it gets heavier, I'll show you. But look against this green here. Look towards the green. It is snowing very lightly. Look towards the green plant right in front of me, or the green trees. See if you can see little things going by. Of course, it's not cold enough. I'm wearing my sun hoodie to stick or anything, but this is awesome. I've never been in snow. I'm trying to get to the top where there's a lot more trees in case it rains or something. But I do have my rain jacket packed in my pack on the top. I put it there just in case. But look at this view right here. As you look down there somewhere is Muir Trail Ranch, MTR. Down there somewhere. Tomorrow, with a real big day, down in that valley is VDR, which is where I'll go. But yeah, all right, let's keep it moving. Well, I made it to Selden Pass, and I was really proud of myself. I started at 6:15 this morning, got there at 12:05. So just under 6 hours to do a fraction under 10 miles, like 9.9 miles with 31 feet of gain. So I think I'm starting to get my trail legs a little bit. I was feeling it towards the end. I had to make a few stops and just let my legs recover, but I did it. Had a nice lunch up there. Problem is that we agreed to just do 10.5 miles today, but I would be camp at like 1 o'clock. So, and the other issue is I have a 14.1 mile day tomorrow if we camp there, and it makes no sense to sit there from 1 o'clock, you know, and where I have 7 more hours of light. So I looked on far out, and there's a series of 3 campsites 5 miles from here. So I'm going to take one of those. Instead of 14 miles, I'll have 9 or 10 tomorrow. I've got to catch the ferry at VDR, the late one at 4:45. So with 14 miles, most of the day tomorrow is cruisy except for one mountain. It's like a 1,000-foot climb. Everything else was flatter down, but it would have been real tight and I'd have been stressful. So by doing it today, I have all afternoon, and most of it's downhill. So that's what I love. So I make good time. It is bitterly cold here. My hand's freezing holding this camera. In the snow flurries before, I talked to southbounders saying that, yeah, you know, I was probably 5 miles from the top. Little snow flurries here and there, but I guess it was snowing up here. But it's really cold, so I'm gonna get down as fast as I can. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. Also, the clouds are supposed to slowly go away, which they are. So if we get a little sun, that'd be a big difference. But part of this storm we just barely missed was really cold temperatures. So, but every day it's going to get warmer and warmer, so that's good. And here comes the sun on call. So, all right, that's enough. Got to pay attention to the hiking. Well, guys, as promised, it's a little after 5, like 5:15, and it gets dark about 8 or 8:30, but it gets cold quick. You know, I think I'm well over 9,000 feet. I'm not sure what I'm at, but it's been a very cold, blustery day. It was a frustrating day, one of those we call it change game, when you just, I have that orange, it's right here, my Senchi design. This thing is one of the best things I've ever purchased. I definitely recommend it. I have this thin Echo sun hoodie that I always wear, and then I had a synthetic puffy, but I never had anything that I liked in between. So, but it was a pain in the rear, especially with the solar panel on top of my pack. I did the change game 3 times. I had to put it on 3 times, which means stopping, taking off my pack, you know, unbuckling everything, getting inside the pack, it's right on top, put it on, and sure enough, 10 minutes later I have to take it off. So I did that 3 times, so 6 total. On and off. But it's a blustery, cool day, but it's the kind of weather I can hike in. And I did 15.9 miles. We were slated to do 10.5, and I did 15.9. So, and a couple of reasons was I was starting to get my trail legs, and I also do really well in cooler weather. I run hot, so in hot weather I don't do as well. And it was very chilly today, downright chilly. And a couple things happened. The reason why I went so far, I promised myself I wouldn't, but the problem was I had 3,100 feet of climb to get to the Selden Pass, and I started early. Instead of, we've been starting at 7, I started at 6:15, so 45 minutes early. But I was on top by noon, so or 12:05, so under 6 hours to do basically 10 miles. And 3,100 feet up. So I was really proud of myself. I don't like at all uphill when it's steep like that and full of rocks, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And the other reason was, now it was 12:05, and we originally agreed, Wildflower and I, to just go down the hill where those beautiful lakes are. I think it's called Maria Lake, and I'm just going off the top of my memory, but I only had 0.5 to go, so I would have been there like 12:30. I did have some lunch at the top, so maybe 12:30 or 1. And the rest of it was rocky and rough, but it was all downhill and cruisy. And and then the other thing that happens, as I said, is that they're very strict here about, you have to be at least 100 feet from the water. So although there are campsites, just be careful, you guys. If I can give you any tip in the Sierra, is it says when you tap on the Far Out app and you tap on a camp, like a little camp or a tent icon, right at the top, before you even look at the comments, it says you must be 100 feet from the water, and you will be ticketed, and it's the Forest Service saying that. So there's no excuses if you get caught. So you scroll down, and people saying great campsites and snap, but every one I saw, there was 4 in a row, and I ended up getting the fourth one. So there might have been some that were good, but I couldn't find them. So this is a really nice one. So my stats today, remember, it was from right out of the get-go for for 10 miles. All they did was go flat or climb. And I did 3,400 and something up. But then on the 6 miles down from the top, I did 2,600 and something. So it was a big day. And then tomorrow, so one of the reasons I did this, the other reason why I did this was because, as I've said, intimated that I'm going to catch the boat tomorrow for VVR. And they only pick up, well, they drop off people, but they pick you up on that end, on the far end by the trail, at 9:45 and 4:45. So if I didn't do these, and if I stopped where we're going to stop, I had 14.1, which is a lot of miles to do to try to, in just the pressure and the stress of, am I going to get there in time and all that. So I now have 8.7. And so, this morning I did that in about 3.5 hours. So if anything, I'm hoping the weather's nicer tomorrow, because if anything, I don't have to get up quite as early, but so I'm not nervous, I'll go semi-early, but not crazy early. But I'll probably get there at noon or 1, and I have to wait till 4:45. So I'll find things to do. I can read or edit and things like that. But everything looks great. I'm really happy about today. The reason why I went more was cruising downhill and easy to do the extra miles instead of having to try to force myself to get there in time tomorrow. So now I know I'm good. And that's about it. If there's anything else I think of, I'll let you know. And you can tell I'm really tired, so sorry I'm kind of rambling. But hope you enjoyed today. It was very pretty. Met a lot of neat people. One person recognized me from my YouTube channel, so that was kind of cool. But that's all I got for you now. I'll add it at the end here if I show you anything else. But if not, we'll see you tomorrow on day 5.